Hey fellow collectors, today we're going to be talking about NECA and DC's Superman versus Aliens. So here we have the Superman, we have the Aliens. If I open it up, we see Superman here. Extra head, some blast effects. We have the Alien. And that's it for the packaging. The rest of it is just black. On the bottom here is the UPC code. Superman, Warner Brothers, DC, 20th Century Fox. So if I bring in my scale and I turn it on, we'll see that this package is coming in at 1 pound, 6.4 ounces. So let's get it off the scale and out of the box. Okay, now that I have them out of the box, we'll take a look at the accessories. First, Superman comes with this blast effect here. Fits in the one face. Now we also have these beams. They're short ones coming out of his eyes. He comes with this hand here. And here comes the hand here. Now here comes his head. That will accommodate the blast. You simply just insert them in and there you go. Now he's blasting his heat vision. Now we'll first take a look at the Alien. Here we have a big old nice guy. And he definitely is tall. If I was to fully extend him and put his tail down to help support his leg, my knee here is a little weak. I'm going to have to put some polish on that later, but you can see here it just needs to be tightened. It looks like it's almost coming out, while this knee is fine. So I'll have to do a little pressing surgery later on. So if I can get him to stand, get his tail to support him. And that's one of the great things about these NECA Alien figures. If you do have a weak knee, you can use this tail for support, as long as the knee will allow it. So as I get this set up, we'll say that this Alien here is definitely a little similar to the other Aliens from NECA. And this guy is at his full height, coming in at 9 3/4 inches. But this Alien seems like he wants to stand like this. So I will accommodate him for the time being, until I get him ready to stand on my shelf. So here we have a very nice looking Alien. He's got this dome purplish top here. We see a little bit of the veins going throughout his body. A lot of muscular. We have these items here, the tendrils coming out. They got some nice details in those. His spine going up to his tail. Now his tail will bend and flex just like you want to. It's tied at a ball joint here. So we can look at his tail here, coming in nicely. Great detail in that. And here we have his leg. And going down to his feet. Now he does have peg holes in the back of his feet. He does have toe bend. Ankles on a peg here. He does have another peg hinge here, so he can go forward and backwards and rotate around a little bit. Knees are double jointed kind of knees. It does have a peg hinge here, as well as one here. You can see it there. This will allow a little bit of extra movement in that knee. Now his hips can come out that far. He does have this ridge at the top of his leg. goes into his hip joints. Now he does have a little bit of a thigh swivel on this ball jointed hinge. He doesn't have any waist swivel, but he does have upper crunch swivel. And for an ab crunch, he can do about this much. So not much, more designed to turn than to flip. Now his arms do a nice T pose. Get them out there. They can rotate around as well as forward and back. Now he does have this unique looking elbow. You can see a hinge here and a hinge here. So it's a double bended elbow. His wrists are on a hinge. See there? They will rotate around, and he does have articulation at the fingers. His two middle fingers have that much articulation. Now, as far as the head goes, right here is attached at a ball joint, so you can get rotation around, little down, some up. His jaw does open, and his tongue will come out, hopefully. It's not stuck in there. It is in there, you can see, but just doesn't want to come out right now because he's having stage shock, or it's just stuck in there when it went back. So let me put him back into his pose here. And push him back. Actually, let me go ahead and bring in my other aliens. Now you'll see here is the big chap, the Aliens re-release. Definitely a different mold. The Superman version is a little bit more muscular and more detailed version than this one. The feet are definitely different. The hands are definitely different. Arms, everything is pretty much simplified on this guy versus the Superman version. You can see the tails for the Superman version is super long. Now let's go ahead and take a look at Superman. Here we have Superman in his classic uniform. He does have a cloth cape, which is very cool. Attaches right up here at the shoulders, so you can see there. Very muscular shape looking Superman. You can place that head there and get him a little bit of an angrier face. So his head can look up, down, right, and left. Arms can come out to a nice T-pose. They can rotate around. Bicep swivel. Double bend in the elbow. Wrists that rotate on a hinge. Now as far as ab crunch goes, he can do this much forward, this much back. He does have a waist swivel as well as legs that can come out to a nice split. Very Von Dahmish. Now his legs do have a little bit of a rotation here via this peg. You can get a little bit of rotation in there. He does have double bend in the knee and an ankle on a ball joint. I'm sorry, on a peg hinge. See, there's the hinge. Goes to the peg for the foot. He does also have toe bend here, well as a peg in each foot for the stand. So these are dependent on the NECA stands. sold separately. Now Superman is coming in right at 7 1/4 inches. So if I bring in a DC Multiverse version, we can see how they stack up and see that they are pretty much in line with each other as far as height goes. Differences in articulation, just a little bit there. Just a different type of ab crunch. Each one has its own bends. This one does have a little bit more swivel at the top of the hip where it joins with the legs. But other than that, pretty much same. Now this cloth cape here also has the Superman symbol on the back, which is very nice. So if you're looking for this set here, you'll definitely have to shop around on second-party markets. This has been out of production for a while, and even when it was in production, it was a hot item. So definitely worth picking up if you are a Superman or an Aliens fan. So simply to replace his head, you just pop it off, pop the new one on. And then you'll just pop on the eyes like you like them. Now the eyes are set. I forgot to show that. You have a bottom and a top. The bottom accommodates the nose. So you can see here Superman blasting the alien. Very, very nice. On the shelf. So like I say, secondary market, you'll find these guys. These are pretty cool sets, and they are harder and harder to get now. So remember, as always, shop around, like, subscribe, and keep